OpenAI put three modes in the same ChatGPT: Chat, Work, and Codex. If you are confused about when to use it, I will walk you through which one to open under a few minutes. And even if you are a power user, I'll show you what now sits on each mode and whether it runs on your computer or in the cloud. Let's not waste any time and get straight into it. The main thing we are talking on this video, it is ChatGPT. We will talk about chat, work in the cloud, work on your computer, and also Codex. If we were to oversimplify it, we could say chat answers a question, work returns a finished file, and Codex changes a repository or code. The models are all from OpenAI. What changes is where the files and running jobs live. Let's start with chat versus work on the same job. On our left, we have ChatGPT, the app on our computer, and on our right, we have ChatGPT in the web. Both of them have chat and work. If we change the pills, we have some differences that we will highlight. Let's start by chat. Chat usually lives only in the web, so it is cloud only. If I type a chat here on either the app or in the web, I will be able to see that it will be synced on both apps. Let's start with a brief. Let's say that we want to create a new game that is called Tic Tac Moe. I want to create a new game called Tic Tac Moe and would like to brainstorm the ideas with you. Okay, this will go to my recent chats, right? And now that we go to the web, I'll just upload the page here, and we can see that we have a new chat over here, which is being updated with the same things that we just had on our work over on the left. Great. But now let's create a project, because I want to move all of this to a project so that we can work better and organize ourselves better. Let me create a project on the web, and the name, it will be Tic Tac Moe. We can see that it is asking if it wants a project-only memory or the full memory. I want for this one a project-only memory, and then I will create it. Okay. Let's see if we can move this game idea brainstorm to this project. Okay, we can move to the project, and we can also see that we already have our cloud project over here. Okay, now if we look into our projects in our app, we already have Tic Tac Moe project, and we already have the chat over there. If we look at it and we hover over, it is saying that it is a chat and it is already on the Tic Tac Moe project. It have our brainstorm, and that's good enough. Now, let's say that I want to create a new chat over here, and I want it to produce a file in the cloud for me. When we enter the work category, we can see that we have this button, which chooses where to run this chat. If I run this chat locally on my computer, it will not be enabled here in the web or in my phone. Let's choose to run it in the cloud. Okay, now this is one finding. So since this is a project with project-only memory, I cannot move it anymore in the cloud. Let's create a new project with a shared memory. Okay, now we created our new project in the cloud. Let's see if we can move our chat from one project to the other. Okay, we were able to move it. Now what I want to do is that, based on our previous chat, I want work to create and design me a presentation with the based on what we discussed earlier. I can select the model. For this simple example, I will use Luna on Lite, and I will tell it to run in the cloud. And please create me a PDF file that will explain what this game is about and what are its simple rules. All right, one thing that I just noticed is that it tried to check for project notes, and it could not find anything. So I'll just paste what we just discussed in the other chat and ask it to work based on that. All right, so if you remember, I was talking in our right with ChatGPT Work in the web, and we also have this project here that is cloud-based. Currently, if I try to refresh the chat, it should update what has been created. All right, so now I opened up what was created in the web, and you can see that both are just the same. We have the PDF here on our left in the app, and the PDF on our right. If I try to open it up, it will open it up for me. It's a basic PDF that I just requested. And then what I can do over on our left, which is on our local computer, is that I can start a session just in my computer. And anything that I type here will not be available in the web. It will be available only here locally. Now that we saw this, let's check another mix-up, work versus Codex. All right, before we jump into work versus Codex, let's just talk a bit about projects. Here on my left, you can see that we have just a random project that I was working on, which is called City Destruction Game, which is a local project, meaning that this I can find on my computer. So if I search on Finder, I will be able to see all that it is within this project. See? If we go here, we can see all the files that are in this project. So if a project is local, I can work both on ChatGPT Work and on Codex on it. Let me change here and just take a look. Tic Tac Moe 2, it is a cloud project, while City Destruction Game, it is a local project. If I change to Codex, I can still see City Destruction Game and its chats, but the one that I had prior, which was Tic Tac Moe 2, just vanished because that is cloud only. Now, let's say that I want to share the files that were created on my cloud environment with my local environment. And I have some ways to do that. I can do it through GitHub, and then I work either in the cloud or on my computer, and then I push those changes to GitHub, and then both of them will see them. Or I can use a plugin like Google Drive that both of them would look. We will go into the plugin part of it later, but I will just go with the simple approach here, which is copy the file from one place to the other. So I have my PDF file, which I'll download to my computer, and then I will move from ChatGPT interface to Codex. Now into the Codex interface, I will need to create a new local project. I'll select the folder that I want, and then I will create a new folder for it. Tic Tac. Now that I have my folder, I'll just copy and paste the file that I want from one place to the other. Now that the file is completed, I can just check if it can see the file, or I can go into the right side menu and check if the file is here. And as we can see, I can already see the file. So let's just confirm. All right. I want you to develop Tic Tac Moe demo idea using Three.js. Once it is ready, I'll come back to you. All right, our small game is ready. Let's just check. We can aim and then throw the mouse. And okay, then it asks some changes to continue the run. Okay. All right, so if this already saved you, a wrong click, hit the like and subscribe. The second half next, it is checking our own apps, a page, and schedule. One thing that is shared across all modes are plugins. And a really good plugin that I use a lot, it is the Google Drive plugin. Because by asking it to drive files over there, I can share in either any remote or local project. So back to our example, here on our right, we have ChatGPT in the web, and I'll ask it to add the PDF that we created to Google Drive. All right, now it was able to upload it to Google Drive. And if I click on it, it opens my library. And if we go to Google Drive, we can see that the PDF is over here, right? Which is essentially the same PDF that I wanted. Now let's check if we can see this on our local project even on Codex. While it is searching for it, it is good to know that the plugins are very nice connectors. These connectors, they enhance the experience from ChatGPT. Uh, all of them are supposed to work both either in remote or local projects, or either in the cloud or on your own computer. Now that we are done with plugins, let's work a little bit on voice. Now let's talk a bit about voice. Voice, it is one of the great features that ChatGPT offers. And I'm not talking about this little voice command, which is just translating what you were saying. What I'm talking about, it is the voice chat. So let's start a voice chat. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? I'm doing great. Okay. I want to check if you have access to my Tic Tac Moe project. I want you to work on the local space and request it to transform the little demo that we did into a ChatGPT website. Okay, so if you see what it did, it found my project and then it created a new chat saying, okay, work in the local project, Tic Tac Moe, local codex, transform the existing small demo into a ChatGPT style website, first inspect the current project, blah, blah, blah. So what this will do for us, it is that it will work on this, it should work on this project, and it should create the website with the small demo that we created. Good things about this voice mode is that you can just walk around and talk to it and request information from several different projects that you are working on, and just chat back and forth, asking for changes or directions or information. And ChatGPT will try to search the correct task and also the correct project to work on. Next on our list, it is scheduled tasks. Scheduled tasks can either work remotely or locally. And the big difference of it is that if the tasks are done remotely, they do not need your computer to be on, but they also do not have access to the files on your computer. If the tasks are created to run locally, they can for sure access the files on your computer, create reports for you, change files on your computer, and they need your computer to be on and accessible at all times. Other than that, even if the internet fails on that certain time, they will completely fail as well. Let's recap what we saw. If the job is a question, open chat. If you need a file back, open work. If the job is a repository, open Codex. Then check where it runs, if it is on this computer or if it is on the cloud. After that, you can talk from the phone, connect your apps, publish a page, or schedule the run. The built-in browser is a separate video. If you need to see all of these back, I prepared a cheat sheet which will be linked in the description below. If you guys enjoyed or learned something new, please give it a like. It helps me out a ton. And as always, I appreciate you making it to the end of the video.